Yo guys, what's going on? It's your boy FT Wally, and today we have something a little bit new. We have a game called Black Ops 2, and the reason why I'm playing this game is because I wanted to. Actually, the first reason, I didn't even think about this video idea until today. The first reason is because Gooch is going to be attending a Black Ops 2 LAN. This is actually the first match we played, so my shot was a little bit rough at the beginning, but it gets better, trust me. And so that's why we started playing it. But as I was playing it, I was like, man, this game was so good for competitive. Like, just playing it, like, it literally, like, being able to predict the spawns. The maps are so much smaller, so there's actual gunfights. You know, there's, anchoring. The ARs are actually useful. Things like that. So the game, in my opinion, was one of the most fun for competitive Call of Duties, and also the only time that competitive Call of Duty has seen the kind of growth that it had in that time was because of Black Ops 2. Like, Black Ops 2, I'm not going to quote statistics because I don't really know much of the statistics, but I do know that from what it feels like is that Black Ops 2 was one of the main reasons why Call of Duty was such a successful esports title. CoD Champs was huge in Black Ops 2, where it wasn't that big in MW3. Maybe it's just because it grows every year, but I feel like this year wasn't as good as it was last year. And so I kind of want to talk a little bit about MLG and what they're doing. MLG is, turning it. If you've ever watched League of Legends, they have seasons, right? And so there's like the LCS or whatever it's called. I don't know the exact name. But basically they're doing that for CoD. It's the CoD Season 2. And so for this season, each team has 4 starters, which there's a roster lock, so now those 4 starters cannot change. Look at this double kill. Triple, fail. So those four starters can't change. Like, they can't go play for another team now. And today, because I'm recording this at 12 a.m., so I guess yesterday, they did a draft for your sub players for Season 2. The problem with it that I see, personally, I think it'd be awesome. The problem I see is that there's no, how do you say this? There's no contractual agreement that makes them have to play if need be. So if there is a reason to get a sub and like someone can't play, for example, if there is that reason, then like there's nothing that'll make the players play. So like Big Timer got drafted to Complexity, like that was Complexity's first round. Well, as we all know, Big Timer is, green and whatever their other color is, black, green and black, till the day's end. Like, he would never betray Optic. So the Complexity actually picking them does them nothing, because why would Big Timer help Complexity over helping, their team, his team? Like, he'd probably even have motive to throw the match, considering he's a part of Optic. So there's a lot of things like that that just have issues, that I have issues with. Like Killa, who, well, if a lot of you don't know, Optic made a new roster. So Optic Nation is back. Optic Nation was a thing back in MW2, and I believe Black Ops 1, maybe, kinda, I don't know. Anyways, Optic Nation, second team. Imbos is the leader of that team. And the team is Imbos, Ricky, Killa, who else did they pick up? Miracles. So that team is, Imbos, Killa, Miracles, and Ricky. So all those players got drafted in this Call of Duty draft, or of whatever you want to call it. And, oh my gosh, I can't believe I got that kill. That kid was awful. So they were all drafted different teams. Besides Imbos, Imbos was put on the Optic Gaming sub. So that actually makes sense, because, he's a part of that organization. So I just feel like it's basically just filling up the roster with useless crap. Because, in all honesty, like, all those players are a part of a team outside of the COD season. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's almost like I feel like they need to do it into the way where those 4 players are a part of your organization and not a part of any other organization. Like, the only way I could see this ever working out in a really good way is if it becomes to the point where MLG or Activision or someone is paying every player that participates in the season a small salary of like $40,000, which when I say small, it's because League of Legends players is like 6 figures, so it is small compared to League of Legends. But you know, $40,000 for all the players, and then the players that you pick as a sub get like $10,000 or $20,000 in salary, and then and so that's how you would do that, and then they're a part of that organization, and it also would be cool to see them, like, that's the first time I think that I've seen a draft like that. So how cool would it be if they did a draft with just the starters? You know, so like you have the owners of every team, and then you have them draft players, and owners can't be players, and that way that eliminates that. So you have like Optic Hex, you have the Complexity, not the captain, the owner of Complexity Gaming. You have all of those guys. It also will even up the playing field, but then it makes it more like a season. They did a roster lock, which is definitely needed, but I still think that, you know, why would you? It doesn't make sense. Why would you just draft the subs? I don't know. It feels like there's a lot that could be done, and I think it'd be awesome if they did do a draft of all the players. You know, made sure that that's the only way drafts work, is if people are insured of getting money. You know, why else would you be, like, why would you play if you're not going to get anything? Because the problem is they're going to play in these season matches, which are going to mean nothing to them, because when their team goes to Anaheim, they almost undoubtedly will not be playing, and so they won't be getting money from the prize because their team won't be on that part of that team. So there's just a lot of issues that I see with it, but I think it's a step in the right direction. I just would like to see more. Honestly, I want salaries for the players. Like, I'm not even talking about me, because I'm not a professional player. Like, I couldn't care less about me. I think it adds stability. I think it adds, you know, stable rosters, and so all around, I think it's an amazing thing for them to have. Anyways, guys, this has been your boy FT Wally. Please leave a like, comment, rate, and subscribe. It really helps me out. Peace.